Good evening, everybody. I'm audible. Chakshi, Amit, Chakshi, good evening. Javier, good evening. Shailesh, yes. Okay. Rohan, thank you. Okay. So, first tell me, is it possible for you? Tabni, thank you. Is it possible for you to execute the React basic code in your system or anyone facing any issue? Please tell. If it is working, that's great. If not, please tell me. I will guide you so that React basic program should execute means basic program means React project should execute in your laptop or desktop. So if anyone facing any issue, please ask. And I will request you, please try to execute that npm's first create the React project, then go inside that project and then starts to execute your React project means npm start. So it will start and you will get the output. And inside the app.js file, you can change whatever things you want to. Hi, hello, whatever, welcome, whatever things you want to do, you can. So anyone, okay, please give me some update means how many of you already tried it and it is executed in your system means that is executed, you are comfortable, at least that thing, so I will get the idea. Ridvik, thank you. Ridvik, Shailesh, okay, okay. Somnath working fine. Okay, from the other participant, please give some replies so that it will be easier for me to understood that it is okay. Savneet, it is from the all the participant. I am asking. Otherwise, you can't do anything. Okay, Manish. Thank you, Amit. Okay, from all the participant, I want to ask, okay, Xavier, from the all the participant, if you are not trying, I will recommend you to try to execute. Those who are still not trying, not creating the project, you can do it. So I'm share right now. Otherwise, uh, from the so I will share my screen. Xavier, Omid, Dikshita, Dibujiti, please. Okay, Pankaj, good evening. Pankaj, third. Okay, Riva, please, please, those who are still not uh, trying to execute it, I will recommend you. Sakshi, all of you, I'll request you try to execute this thing. So right now, I'm opening that Visual Studio Code. Yesterday, I'm discussing that for that app.js basic thing. Look, the React project. Okay, yesterday, whatever we are doing, create a React project means if it is executing, then it's okay, Pankaj. You don't need to do anything, but you try to create a React project and try to execute it. Try to execute it. Okay. So next today, what we will do, just give me 1 minute. That is the SRC. I will copy and inside the front end SRC is there. I will remove. I already updated it and I will paste. Now here first I will open it and in PMSTART npm start. Just I need to check something. It will take some time to start it. Okay. Now first come here. What I mean to say here, look, I am SRC and I close this thing. Look, what is that? Yesterday I told you when any React project starts to execute, when any React project starts to execute, okay. So from where it will start to execute? It will start to execute from app.js file. It will start to execute from app.js file. Yesterday I told you. And yesterday I told you means website we will divide in different parts. Each part we called as a component. Each part we called as a component. Okay, each part is called as a component. And what is the component? Component is nothing but a function. And in the previous version of React, generally it may be class. That is the thing. In the function, okay, there will be two parts. One is whatever output we want to display, that we should write inside the return. And if we want to write any logic, we can write it inside the function and outside the return. That is the concept. Now next thing. If now all these are system defined components, what does it mean? It means that, it means that, what is that? Means when we create any React project, that app.js is created, app.js is created by the our means project, app.js is created. Now you may think how we can create a user defined component from scratch. So for that, my suggestion is that what you need to do, it is not mandatory, but it is a good approach. It is a good approach. What? Inside the SRC, you need to create a folder. Inside the SRC, here I am creating a folder COMP comp. Okay, only to show the give you idea. Okay, means what are the different component you want to create. Okay, so we will put all the component inside the comp folder. Okay, that is the thing, that is the concept. Next thing is that after creating the folder, COMP is nothing but a folder. COMP, you may ask me where it is created inside the SRC. COMP is nothing but a folder. COMP is nothing but a folder. Here I am creating the folder. Okay, fine. Next, second step, what should I do? Then I need to create the file. So for that, this is the syntax here, new file. Here I am clicking here, or you can write it in Notepad or any editor, any save it in the folder also. Then also it will work. Here I am giving suppose menu dot js. Okay, menu.js. I'm giving a random name. I'm giving the random name. That is the thing. So one component here, I'm creating a user-defined component from the scratch. Then what we need to do? Look, first thing is that step one. When we want to create any component, first step is we need to import React from React. Okay. Otherwise, React component will not be created. Now look here also, if we go to the app.js, the first line is import React from React. So that means we are importing all the React library. Okay, that is the meaning. So you can think just like hash include stdio.h or hash include iostream, anything you just think. But to create a React component, first thing should be import React, okay, from React. That is point number one. Now step two, what you need to do? You need to create a function. Step two, here I am writing step two, create a functional component. What is that? Step two, func function. Suppose what name I will give here, what name I am giving. Here I am giving my menu, Okay. Now, one suggestion is that is my personal suggestion. So when you will create any component, it will be not mandatory, but it will be helpful. Your in my file, React is importing the in the index.js. Look, in the index.js, there will be also React. Index.js, there will be also React. But inside the app.js, you will also get the import React. Okay, import React. Okay. So my suggestion is whatever function name or class name you will give, try to give same as your file name. It will be easier for you to understand or take care. Okay, so function here I am giving my menu. Just I am giving it my menu. This is the second step. Now next thing is I should say inside the RETURN, inside the return, okay, I need to write something. Here I am putting inside the H1, I am writing HELLO. So These are the mini how to create the component. I'm doing it in a very minimum way. Minimum way. So what I want to do here. So step one, import React. Step two, create functional component means create the function. Inside the return, whatever things we want to display, you will write the HTML code inside it. Now, three, step three, you need to be exported. Please try to understand one funda. Look, in other programming language, if we are not exporting, we can directly import the file. Okay, but in JavaScript technology, suppose you create one file. Inside that file, you have class or function. Now, if you are not exporting that function or class, okay, so in other file, you will not able to import that thing. Be careful, be careful. Again, I am explaining. You just think you have file one. Inside the file one, you have one function F1. F1. Whatever things is written inside the F1, we are not bothering about it. Now you have, this is file, you have another file, F-I-L-E, you have file 2. What you want? You want to call the F1 function from the inside F2 file. That I want to do. I want to call this F1 function which is present inside this file 1. Then I want to call it. Okay. Now to do that, first thing what I need to do, I need to import. I am not writing file 1. Now the thing is that, sorry, it should be inside this file 2, inside this import file 1. Now it will give you error. Why? Because if you are not export, export, okay, export function, okay, import, suppose here I am writing function 1, that will be better. You just think within a file there is only one. For the multiple function, what we will do, I will come after it. First you think like this way. What you need to do? File 1, if you are not doing export F1, if you are not doing export function, you will not able to import it in other file. You will not able to import in other file. So if you are not able to import it in other file, you will not able to call that function. You will not able to call that function. So basic rule is that we need to do two things. First thing is, we need to export the function. If we are exporting the function, then we will able to import it. No, export is no permission. That means you says that function can be import in any JavaScript file throughout the project. Export is a keyword. Export is a keyword. Like import, just like import. Just like import. Okay. And here, what we need to write? What we need to write here? What is this name? Here I am writing. Why I am writing the default right now? For this moment, you just assume that we need to write the default. We need to write the default. Okay, default keyword. That is the thing. So I saved it and I am changing it. Just give me 1 minute. Here I am changing it my menu. Here I am changing it to, so my file name is my menu, my function name is my menu. Okay. So step one, import React. Step two, create the function. Step two, create the function. Step three, export it. Export that function. Step three. Step four, to display it. Step four, what you need to do? I am just comment it. Okay. I know it will give error here. So just give me, just I am commenting all those things. Why I am writing all those things? Just step by step. Try to understand. Here, what you need to do? You need to import it. I am import. Okay. What is the name? You can import with using the same name, or you can give another name. So it will be better. Look what it is. Import my menu. So I think, look, this is, it will be better if I change it to my M capital, my menu. So it will be better. So I will delete it and I'm writing import. Look, my menu, it will come. Step 4, import. Look here, I am importing it inside the app.js. Step 4. Step 5. Step 5. I am calling this. So what I will write? I will write my menu. Look, now I save it. Now I save it. And look what output I am getting. Hello. So what does it mean? If I want to create any component and want to display, step 1, I need to import it. Step 2, create the function. Okay, right now I am using the function. So function. Step 3, need to export it. Step 4, we need to import it inside the app.js. Inside the app.js. Step 5, inside the app function, we need to call that. This means we are calling that function. This syntax means we are calling the function. Okay. This syntax means that. So when you want to create any React component, you should follow these 5 steps to get the proper output. To get the output, you need to follow these 5 steps. So please try to remember, okay, here I am doing a single line, but actually means from tomorrow, what will happen inside a function? There will be not a single code. It is a big code, registration page and the other things. So the code will be big, but the steps will be same. Only you need to think like blindly. Step 1, we need to do this. Step 2, this. Step 3, this. Step 4, this. Step 4, this. Step 5, this. Okay. So here, whatever, all the things I will share with you. Here I am writing or I am mentioning step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Now, next thing I want to share with you. Suppose you will not doing export. Now what you will get? Look, you will get error. Export default was not found. Okay, export default was not found. Okay, when app dot here in this line try to import, if in this look comp my menu inside here, if it is not getting export, so it will give us error. It will give us error. Okay, like this. This is first thing. So we need to do this thing. Without export, we can't import. Next thing, next thing. Uh, File name 18, it is changing. Next thing. Uh, okay. I am changing it. Just give me 1 minute. Look, here I am my MENU. I am changing it to small. Here also I am changing it to my menu. Here also I am changing it to my menu. And I saved it. I will go here. Here also I will change it to my menu, my menu. And here also I will change, that is my menu. Okay, now I'm giving control S. Look, this is, look, this is, there is here, any red mark is there? No, there is no red mark. But here I'm not getting any error. I'm not getting any error. Sorry, I'm not getting any output. Now I'm using it. I will open the console. Look, so much big. There are, it shows the 7 errors. Okay, 7 errors like this. They are writing it like this. Okay, you may be confused, and sometimes a developer or myself also be confused. Why? Because, because look, my menu is unrecognized in this browser. One thing you should understand, when you will create any user defined component and you will import, you should or you must make it in uppercase. That is the first thing. Look, and here also I am changing, this is my menu, control S. Now again I will look what is happening. Now forget about, if I refresh and if I open, this is what is console. React DOM user switch to new API. You will be, it is running in React 17. Okay, that is getting, because what is happening, my all those codes is created in the version 17, but regarding to this code, nothing is there, nothing issue is with it. So it is the just warning. This is not an error. This is the warning. Okay, React 18 use create root instead React router dot. Okay, create root. So there is some slight changing. Don't worry. This is the warning. This is the version, because it has my previous version code which I created on the React 17. So that is not. But other no other error is there. So my recommendation is keep it mind, when you will create any React component should give the name using the uppercase. It will be good practicing. If you are giving name in the lowercase, when you will import, you should use it in uppercase. So my suggestion is that you will don't go for uppercase lowercase confusion. Try to, when you will create user defined component, make it in uppercase, and when you will import, then also you make it for starting alphabet is uppercase. Otherwise your React component will not work. Your React component will not work. So be careful when you will create. What is the naming convention? Suppose you should try to give the name like this way: user registration. So U will be capital, R will be uppercase. Okay, user login. So that will be good, giving a good admin login. Okay, so try to always give a meaningful name when you will create. So you, okay, user nav bar. So navigation bar. So like where we will give stress in English language, try to put it in the uppercase so that you can, it will be meaningful and it will be easy to understood. Otherwise, first alphabet should be in the uppercase. Otherwise, React component will not work. So now here I am, so step 1 import, step 2 create function, step 3 export, step 4 import it, step 5 calling it, call that function, call that function. That is the simple, call that function. So then we will get the output. Then we will get the output. Now I want to, now here I am removing this thing, that is COMP. Here I am removing this thing only to give you idea. Here I am shifting to actually what I want to share with you. Control S. I will go here now. Here, that is done. Now please try to understand what I am doing here. Look, I am creating a functional component. Functional component. First step, put React. Point number 1. Second step. Second step. Here I am creating a function. What function? Okay. That is the function. Here I am giving hi. And third step I am exporting. And inside the hi, here I am putting hello Chandan sir. That is the thing I am written, and then inside app.js import hi, so it will import that component. And now I'm calling that function twice. How to call? Means that this means I'm calling. So you are familiar with HTML starting tag and the ending tag, or instead of writing 33 and the 34 lines are similar. So whatever things you want, you can use. Whatever syntax you want, you can use. This is the. So what output? Okay, my menu. Just a minute. Oh, I need to save this. I am not saving this. What is, where is the my menu? Oh, React router, there is no. So hello, look, here I am calling this high function. I'm calling this high function twice from here. One, two. That's why same component means same function is executing twice, and same output it will generate twice. Same output because it is a function and I'm calling. So this is called function component. This is called function component. Now, whatever things you want to ask, you please ask me. Here with the two examples, I am sharing this thing. Hi. Now this, the steps I'm telling you: first import, second create function, third export, fourth import in app.js, fifth what you need to do, fifth you need to just call the function. That you can call that function in two ways, this way and this way. So accordingly it will display your output. Anyone wants to ask any question, any confusion, you please ask me. You please ask me. This is the, this is the step 5. Use the, always I am writing the step. Anyone wants to ask anything? Okay, Shimner, thank you. From the other participant, please select clear. Thank you. From the other participant, if anyone have any query, please. So step, okay, submit. Okay, from the other participant, Amit, thank you. So all of you, Pankaj, okay, thank you. So all the participant, I will try. Definitely, I will share this thing. Next, I'm I'm pleased. After explaining, I'm sharing this thing. Now, please try to please try to uh, generate the concept of look what I've done. Okay, before explaining it, I am the next example that is look. Now the thing is that I already told you that we can create the React component in two ways. One is using class, another is function. Using the class, using sorry, using the class, one is using the func, using the function, another is class. Okay. Now, right now, yes, I'm coming. That thing. I'll show you. I'll show you. That is the in there. Expose component that is there. Now just try to understand because that is the mixture. Look, from React 16.8 version, 16.8 version, generally all things are working with the function. Now you may ask me then why it was the class. Right now I can tell you only in the function component, using the function component, whatever value will be entered by the user, we can't sit in a variable. Suppose you have a registration or login page. Whenever user give any value within that registration component, means user ID, password, it is not possible to store it in the variable before React 16.8 version. So for that, we required the class component. But from 16.8 version, we can do all the work which we can do with the class component. So from 16.8 version React, class component is gradually obsolete. We are working with the function component only. Okay. Now, now what is the main difference when we will start React hook? I will explain more details. Okay. That comes in 16.8. Now, how to create the class component? Just if you want only for backward compatibility project you require this. If you don't want, you can just bypass it. But I will tell you only for the conceptual purpose. Try to remember, okay, these things will only these things will happen case of class, only that thing. But you will never write any code using the class when you will create any React thing. What is the thing? Step one, import React. Step two, what you need to do? Class extend. I hope all of you know, means I'm telling you, extend is nothing but I'm creating the child class of React component class. Extend means we are implementing inheritance. We are implementing inheritance here. Okay. So the class, yes. So the class hello I am creating here, that class is the child class of this system defined React component class. System defined React component class. Okay. And to create the class component, you must create the child class of React.component. Otherwise, class component will not be created. Third step is that you need to override. override. I am talking about override. Override the render method. Inside the render method, you need to write return. You need to write return. You need to write return. Then export default. That is the same thing. So in case of class, first step, you need to create the child class, that is react.component. Second, inside the render method, you need to write the return. Inside the render method, you need to write the return. Okay. Here you cannot use any other name. You should give the render function. Okay. Implement render method, return null or some HTML, and with the help of return you will. And then next thing is where I will go. Here I am only importing the hello, and from here I am calling look that now I am calling that. Now very careful. That is the hello. So I saved it, and look, hello static class component. So here what I'm written, hello static class component. So this is the thing. This is the thing. Hello static class component. Whatever things we will write here, I'm calling it once. That's why this will execute once. Now another important thing, outside of the function, okay, if you want to give the comment, you can use two front slash, or you can use this syntax. This syntax. Outside of the function, okay, or more specifically, outside of the return. Outside of the return, you can use this to syntax to give any comment. To give any comment. This is for comment. This is for comment. To now, inside the return, the comment is nothing but this is the comment. This is the comment. So this is the comment syntax when you will use look in when you want to give comment inside the return function. Inside the return. Look, everywhere I'm giving the same syntax. This is nothing but this is the comment. This is the comment. Okay, please remember, please be careful. Be careful. Outside of the return, you can use this, or you can use this, any other programming language, any other programming language. But inside the return parameter, you should use this syntax for commenting. So this is, I think, this is not a very big issue. You easily understood all those things. Now, so again, I'm telling you, don't try to use class component, because if you are using class component, so internally what it needs to do, it will create the object of the class. When it will create the object, the constructor, here I am not written, but internally default constructor will execute, then it will call the desired method. So for that, it will take long time to execute a class component. To execute a class component will take more time compared with the function component. So don't, right now, okay, you don't need to use the class component. Now, next thing I want to share with you, what is the meaning of exporting? What is the meaning of export? Look, please try to understand. Only to give you idea and clear your idea, what is the meaning of export? What is the meaning of default export? What is the meaning of normal export? All the things I'm trying to explain from here. Look, here import React from React I think you are familiar with it. You just, it is just like hash include stdio.h. Now what I've done here, here I'm creating two function components. This is ES6 syntax and this is called arrow. So what is if even high is a variable and it is the parameter, this is called arrow operator and this will be our function body. This will be our function body. If you forget, you just open the ES6 that you will get this syntax. This is ES6 syntax. Okay, so this is the function high, same syntax. I am not passing any parameter, that's why it is blank. And this is called arrow function, this is called arrow function, and this is our function body. Here one line is there, that's why I don't need to put the curly braces here. And also here I don't need to write the return also. By default it will return back. Okay, no issue. So this is function by also, high and by. I am creating two function component here. Now next thing what I am doing, here I am creating two class component. One is class hello, class take care. So in this file, I am creating four components, two function components, two class components. One is function high, another is function by, another is class hello, class take care. So four component I am creating within a single file. Till this part, it is okay. And I already told you extend React component and extend React component, that is mandatory. Inside the render, we need to write return to display something. To display something. What's now comes here. Now comes here. What is that? First thing is that there are two types of export. One is normal export. Normal export. This is line number 28. One is called normal export or it is called named export. Named export. Okay. No. So how to export? Very simple. Export within this curly braces. Within this curly braces, you give the variable name, class name, or function name. If you are using normal function, so you should provide the function name. So using the comma, you can give in number of function name or class name. That is called normal export. Just think. Now, next thing is another export is called default export. Now you may ask me what is the difference between normal export and the default export. Just wait for 1 minute, I am explaining. Now, another is export, then we need to use default keyword, then any class name or function name. Any class name or function name. Now, please keep it mind, for a particular JavaScript file, we can export only one default export. Only one component can be exported as default. Only one component can be exported as default. Okay. But for the normal export, we can export multiple components for multiple core. Only one default export allowed. Per module means per file. You just said per module means per file. So only one default export it will be permitted. So syntactically, we will get the idea. In normal export or named export, we can pass multiple value, multiple component, and in default export, default keyword we require, and we can export a single component, means function or class, function or class. Now, next thing I want to share, then from here, we are not getting idea what is the actual difference between these two. Now comes to import. Now comes to import. Now comes to import. Yes. Now look, okay, look, here it is, I'm telling you what is for normal export, okay, when you will do import, you should use same export function or class name. What does it mean? You are exporting fun underscore high. So when you will be import, you should give the same name. That is point number one. That is point number one. And same syntax we required in the Node.js also. Be careful, be careful. Whatever things we are learning, this export import, same syntax we will use in the Node.js also. So be careful for this syntax. That is the point number one. When we will import, we should give the same name, same export name. Point number one. Point number two is we should put it in this curly braces. We should put it in curly braces. In curly braces. But if you carefully look here, if we are using default export, you can change its name. You don't need to put it inside the curly braces. You don't need to put it inside the curly braces. Look, use for default export. For default export, what is that? The syntactically I am. You can give any name here. You can change its name, and you don't need to put it inside this curly braces. You don't need to put it inside this curly braces. These are the only difference is that. But according to the rule, according to the React rule, from a React component, one from a particular JavaScript file, in case of React, you should return a default. You should return a default export. Means you should export a default component. You should export a default component. You should export a default component. When you will create any component, according to the rule, you should export a default function or call or class. So what will happen? So what will happen? From a single JS file, we cannot export multiple default export. So within a single JS file, we can export only a single means function or class. So that's why for each component, we will create separate JS file. We will create separate JS file. Dekho. Okay, I'm explaining again. Please try to understand. According to React rule, from each JS file, we need to export a DEFA default. We need to export a default component. Look, we need to export a default component. That is the rule. But from one file, okay, from one JS file, we can export export. We can do DEFA default export only one component. Look, from one JS file, from one JavaScript file, we can only export only export, only export. Just a minute, only export one default component. That is also rule. So what we will do for for look, theoretically here there will be no issue with big, there will be no, but when your project will be big and we will do from this simple, there will be nothing, there will be nothing. Okay, but when we will do add some features like prop state at that time, if you are not doing default export, you will get error at that time. Right now it will not getting. But when we will add more features like props, React hooks, we will communicate with the database, so it will give you error. That is that is the thing. That is the. So that's why for each component we will create each JS file, and from each file we will DEF, we will do do default export, default export of that component here. That is the, for each component we will create a separate array, separate JS file. From each JS file, from each JS file, we will do default export of that component. So this thing we will follow. Yes, yes. For each component, you need to create a separate JS file. That is the ultimate thing. That is the ultimate thing you need to, or we need to do in case of React. For each component, a separate file will be there. Separate file will be, it will help for debugging, because within a file, one function will be there. Okay, one function will be there, and function will be act as component. Function will be act as component. So that is the yes, theoretically you can do. Theoretically you can do. Look, Pankaj, theoretically all things are possible. Here I am creating. Look, here I am creating within a single file. I am creating 4 components. Okay, but in practically, you need to use named export. Otherwise, it will not work. And at that time, importing, you will face lots of issue. So I'm showing you. Just give me 1 minute. Here, I just want to, I want to remove this thing. This is also, oh, sorry. I will remove this thing. I'm seeing all the things are available or not. I am saving it. Function high. Let's check function high. I'm importing. That is thing. Next thing. Okay, I just commented right now. I just commented right now, and F5. So I saved. Look, high condenser static content. Now you just think function high. Inside the function high, what is written? Function high. Here it is written high condenser static content. What we are getting? High condenser static content. Point number 1. Here, if by, if by. So look, what is if by? If by is nothing, fun fun underscore by. So look, fun underscore by. I can told you, I told you that if in case of default export, we can, when I'm importing, I can change its name. I can change its name. So I change its name to by. It to by. I am calling it, I'm calling this by, and I'm getting by answer. So what it is, look, you check, this is look by channel search. Anything you can do. And the last thing is that, and the last thing is that, last thing, that is, if you want to give alias name, so you can import it, and with the help of keyword, as keyword, you can change its name. Okay, if hi, anything, function, hi, I'm giving if hi. So it is act as alias name. Okay. So here, if you are doing this, so you can use it. You can use it. But here we are doing a very simple thing. From my experience, I can tell you, here, Pankaj, here you are exporting multiple components. Here, these are multiple component function high. Component means what? Component means function. So this syntax help you to export multiple component. This syntax, line number 30 will help you
Excuse me.
to export the multiple component. That is the thing. Yes,
Excuse me, sir. Am I audible?
yes, yes. Tell me.
So actually, I was a little confused.
Hmm,
You
hmm.
previously explained that we must prefer the default
Default,
export.
correct, correct,
Yeah,
correct. Hmm.
because the when we use the named export, it creates problem while sending the images, etc., etc.
Images are not, actually it will create the issue what is happening for the different the same naming confusion. And when we will work with nested component, so at that time it will create some issue. That's why prefer to use the default thing, default component.
Okay, so
Now,
instead of
hmm,
putting multiple functions in a single file, we must make individual files for
correct,
each functions.
correct, correct,
So
correct.
so uh, so is it under because of it is under development, or is there some or another reason
No,
that
no, no. That is the look. Look, the thing is that here, that is only for it will help us to debugging easier. One thing that is a very big point, to it will help us debugging, and for a particular, all are independent component. All these are, suppose one people is working with the menu and the other things, other member is working for the footer and the other things. Okay, so what will happen when it will merge, and if you put, means any issue is there, means in the header, only you can check that function, only you will get that function. It will be easier if for a large project, if you designing or structure it like this way. That is the thing. But if you asking, yes, Kiran, if we put all the things inside the single file, it is very difficult to debug. That is the only that thing. Other things is syntactically all the things are okay. That's why we are creating the function, just like modularity concept. That is nothing but it will implement the modularity concept. Okay. Uh, this is the thing. Any anyone wants to ask Why I am telling this thing? Whatever things are available, all the things I'm telling. Don't think this export is only React syntax. This export this export concept is actually ES6 ES6 concept. Okay, advanced JavaScript concept, and the same concept we will apply in the Node.js also. Same thing, export, default, all the things. Export we will do, and React also follows the ES6, so we are following this thing. We will follow this thing. But smaller project, look, when you will start to writing your code, okay, you will get the idea if you put in a single, okay, look, one thing, uh, theoretically you can do it, but handling all those things in a project, until you will not do, theoretically you can do, but it will be better if you create separate file, and when required you only import that file. That is the better thing. That is the better concept. Okay. Okay. Just that I am uploading it. So those who are, you can directly down. Okay, it is already here. So SRC, I am zipping. I want to give cut. I already have it. So I will open it. So parallelly, you can download it and extract it, and you can go through the code. Uh, just what is happening? New folder. Today date is 7/6/22. This is React component, and here I'm putting the same name, React component. I'm giving create new file upload on the disk. I can, okay, I can, I'm sharing this. So you can download it and you can check it. I uploaded the code. Yes, yes, that is the thing, Pankaj. Only that body component body.js file you need to, uh, only you need to debug. That is the main advantage. So I think you get the idea that how this is the how it is working, and what is the meaning of this export. So for export, I need to comment this thing. Okay, fine. Now I'm coming this. Uh, look, first I'm sure I will show the output. Then in a single program, in a single project, here I'm doing multiple things. So it will be easier for you to understand. Welcome. This is welcome. You just try to understand one thing. Theoretically, look what I do right now. So we are learning how, what are the first starting, what are the different steps we need to follow. First, we import React, create the function, export default, import it in app.js. Right now we are learning, and then call that function. These are the 5 steps we need to follow. Point number one, we can create class component as well as function component. In the class component, the our class should be child of React.component class. That should. Inside the class, there we need to override render function. Render function. Inside the render function, we need to write return, so it will display. And rest of the things are same, means import, export, all the things are same. All the things are same. But only to for your knowledge, I will, but I'm telling you for class component, but I will not recommend you to write because it is used before React version 16.8, means 15, 13, 14, like that. Right now, it is not used. We are using function, and class component takes more time to execute compared with the function component. Next thing, I want to share with you, that is next. What is the meaning of export? Two types of export. One is named export, another is default export. So if you want to export multiple components, theoretically export and this you need to write and export default. From a single JavaScript file, you can default export only one component. Default export. So when you will import the default export, you can change its name. You don't need to use the curly braces. You don't need to use the curly braces. That is the one. And if you want to export multiple components, only one option is that is the name export. Okay, that is the thing. Now, what I want to mean is that the thing. Look, you just think we have one component. You just think this is the component, one component one, and this is our component two. This is our component two. In very in other way, this component is nothing but function one, and this is called function 2. This is, sorry, not C1. This should be C2. This is function 2. This is function 1. This is function 2. Now, from this component, from C1 component, how I will pass some value to the second component? How I will pass the value to the second component? Information, passing information, passing information to the second component. Okay. So for that, the mechanism we need to use in React, it is called PROPS, props. It is called. Okay. Now we will learn how we can pass some information. Right now, today, I will take all the static information, all the static predefined information. Okay. Then I will show you how to take user input and pass it. Okay. Today, I'm taking all the static input so that you will familiar with the syntax. Okay. So I will pass this thing to F2. You just think this component is our app.js. This is app.js, and this is what is the component. This is here welcome another component I am creating, welcome component. Okay, that is the thing. That is the thing. Now you may ask me how to pass the value For passing the value from one component to other component, one component only syntactically just you think, we need to follow some steps. You may ask me, what are the steps? Look, first thing is that we can pass it with the help of attribute attribute name name equal to value. Here I am mentioning user DEFI user defined attribute name and value. So from here from the component we will pass in which format? User defined attribute name equal to value. So you may say that okay, we can't understand. Look, here I am calling the welcome component or I am calling the welcome function. I will show you what is written inside the welcome. Now I want to pass. Okay, what is if name? If name is nothing but user defined attribute name, user defined, or you can say property. So user defined, you can give anything. You can give user defined attribute name or property name, and here I am putting Chandan. So this is nothing but the value. I want to pass two information. One is name, another is hobby. So I am creating two attribute or property. One is if name, another is hobby. This is the if name, this is the hobby. Actually, this welcome syntax means I told you when I am writing this, high means it is calling the high function, high component function. Here welcome, it will call the welcome function. Now I am opening the welcome function. Now I am opening the welcome. Step one, you know what you need to do. Step two, here I am using ES6 syntax because nowadays maximum people, all the code is written with this. So welcome is the variable name I am passing. Look, here is a system defined keyword that is called props. Okay, it is nothing but a object. It is nothing but a internally you just think it is a system defined keyword. It is the object. Now, whatever things we will pass, like if name Chandan, hobby football, this information will be automatically received by the props. This is the system defined thing, you can't change it. This is the system defined thing, you can't change it. Okay, this is the React system defined thing. So if you are passing 10 attribute and value, all that things will be stored here. All that things will be stored inside this props. Point number one. So whatever things we will pass, it will be stored inside the props. Okay. Next thing. This concept is called. This concept is right now. Forget about the line number 9. Forget about the line number 9. Now comes here line number 11. What I want to tell you that welcome, that is to display the F name. Props, this is the means props is keyword dot F name. What is the F name? Look, this is the parameter property name or attribute name. This F name I am using here. What is the hobby? Props dot hobby. Props dot hobby. So whatever things I will pass from here, that will be received inside the props and it will be display. We can display it like this way. So if I saved it, now look, just give me 1 minute. If I open what it display, look props dot name, it shows welcome. Props dot name, it will display Chandan. Why? Because here value Chandan I am giving. Next, hobby, what I am putting football. So hobby, props dot hobby, props dot hobby, we will get hobby. That is the thing. This is one way to represent or catching the value which comes from one component. Here, app.js is one component. And from app.js, I am calling the welcome component. I am calling the welcome component. Second thing is that Second thing is that if you want to extract all the things which we pass, look, here it is fname and the hobby. You need to create same name variable. You need to create same name variable like this way and equal to props. So what will happen? This this journal will be stored inside this fname. This football will be stored inside this hobby. So this is called destructuring. This is called destructuring because internally, 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 you just think I want to explain is in little more details. So you will get the idea. So you just think inside the 3RO PS, inside the prop, there are these are the things. These are the things. Means you just think internally it will create a JSON object. And that JSON object is stored inside this props. When we are passing, when we are passing fname Chandan hobby football, internally it will be converted into JSON object. And that JSON object is stored inside this props. Okay. So what will happen when we will write this syntax, when we will write this syntax, so this if name is same with this. So Chandan will be extracted from the object and store it in this variable. Means it will store here. This will store here. Hobby, football will store here. So extracting the value from the object and store it in a variable. This is called this is called destructuring. Destructuring means extracting the value from a JSON object and store it in a variable. And in the line number 8, this syntax means if name is a variable, hobby is a variable. Hobby is a variable. So if you and be careful, you should give the same name. Otherwise, destructuring is not possible. Destructuring because this name and this name is same, then destructuring will possible. Destructuring will possible. Destructuring means extract the value from the object and store it in a variable. Store it in a variable. That is the destructuring. And if you are doing the destructuring, so at the time of operation or if you want to display it, you don't need to write props dot variable name. You can directly use the variable name. You can directly use the variable name. That is the thing. That is the you can directly use the variable name. So now you may ask me why we will do destructuring. Okay, only to display purpose. Why? It is better. The thing is that if you want to change something of the content inside the props, it is the constant. You will never be changing anything inside the props variable. Inside the props variable. To change something inside it with the value, or if you want to do some operation and want to display or you want to modify something using that value, you need to extract that value with the help of destructuring. Then you can change it and then you can pass it to another component. So from here, what I mean to say, from one component to another component. How to pass with information? We will pass with the help of property and the value. That is the thing. Internally, it will create an JSON object. It will be stored in the props. Okay. For display purpose, any normal calculation, we can directly use props.fname. But but if we want to change something and then we want to display, it's better. What we need to do? We need to destructuring it. Destructuring means extract the value from the props object and store it in a variable. Here I'm creating two variables, fname and hobby. The this property name and your variable name should be same. Should be same. Then destructuring will occur. Then destructuring will occur. Okay. And if then after destructuring, you can use directly variable name. No need to write props dot thing. Props dot thing. This is the thing. Now, if I open this thing, you look what is using destructuring name. Look, using destructuring name channel hobby. There is also this is and look, second name, what I am passing? I am passing Sachin. So, same component generate different output. Welcome Sachin. Okay, hobby cricket using props. So, what I mean to say, same component will execute for different value we are passing, and for that different output it will generate. Here in a single page, I am generating different thing, means same different value I am displaying within a same page. That is the thing. So what we need to do, tell me, constant, this is the welcome props.name. This is. So if I summarize this thing, you just think, what is the meaning of prop? If I want to pass, if I want to pass something from one component to another component, definitely we need to use props. That is the thing. Now I'm giving another example, then I will take your query definitely. So you will get the idea. I am commenting it and this welcome. I am now here. I am look function. This is just wait. Look, I am putting save. Look, yes, it is coming. Now here I am creating. This is another thing. Here, look. You may ask me, only we can pass only the string. We can pass the string. Only we can pass the string like attribute or property or the value. Only this thing we can pass. No, we can pass anything. What does it mean? Here I am creating another component. The name of the component is function child props. So I am creating a component function child props. I am creating a component that is function child props. I am passing one is Saurabh and look, I am closing this component means I am passing some HTML tag. I am passing some HTML tag. And you look what output we are getting. This is child prop. This is other information. So look from here, I am passing these two things. This is the P tag. This is the H4. So we are getting this. Next time, I am passing it like this. How? And I am creating a form tag. Please try to understand. I am creating a form tag. Input type, email, password, submit. I want to pass this full form tag. that will also receive, that will also received here, and I am getting the output. Now you may ask me how it will receive. So from here, I can tell you that anything we can pass from one component to other component. Using the welcome, I am showing you only the string we can pass, but instead of passing a string, any HTML code, any HTML structure we can pass from one component to other component, one component to other component. Here to give you idea, here what I have done, I am creating a just like I'm not putting adding any designing. That's why here just login type text I am passing. Now how to receive, and be careful. This tag is starting and tag is ending. Inside the starting and ending, all the things I am writing. Look, in the previous, there is, I am not writing anything within this. Here, I am not writing anything. Here, I am not writing anything. Okay. Here, I am starting the tag and I ending it within this line. Okay. But here, I am starting it and I am ending it. But to display this thing is very simple. Very simple. What is that? I told you it will receive using the props. It will receive using the props. It's fine. Then I'm displaying props name. Okay. So that's why here it will display, and look what it is, child props example. So props dot f name. So whatever f name I will pass, first time it is Saurabh, second is it is Tumpa. So what is that? It will be Saurabh, it will be Tumpa like this. Okay. Next thing is that only one line you need to add, that is props.children. So whatever code you will write inside here, that will be comes in here. That will be comes here. This is the system defined thing. Props.children you need to write that syntax only to display all this thing. And within this within this actual tag, these tags are present. So generally it is called child tag, because within this function props, so in the function props, p and h4 is the child of this, and here we need to write props.children. So whatever tag is there, it will display. So here this is, it will display this. Now I already shared with you this thing. Look, please, please tell me whatever thing, because the concept is a little bit different from the normal conventional programming. So that's why I want to give you idea for different things. Means how to pass some information from one component to other component. So if you are familiar with the syntax, then we will take input from the user. I will show you. It will be easier for you to understand what is the, where we need to receive props, how to display its child component, that is the children. Means how to pass it, how to pass it means this is the property name and the value, this is the thing, this is the thing, all the things I want to share with you, the things. uh can you welcome? Yes, sure. Look in the welcome function. Okay, I'm parallelly executing. No, don't worry. All the things will come. Just give me 1 minute. Welcome. I need to import welcome. I need to save it. So it will also change. Look here, it says welcome Chandan. So here I'm importing welcome, and when I'm calling the welcome, what I have done here, look, I am starting this tag here. I am ending this tag here. Look, I am ending. And with the help of property and the value, I am passing it. Here also, welcome, I am starting, I am ending. Only with the property value I am passing. I am passing property and the value here. But, but in case of here, I am starting the tag. I am ending it here. Ending within this starting and ending, all other tags I am written. This is called child tag. This is called child tag. This is called child tag. This is because here I am ending it, here I am ending it. If this is the thing, and this is the in the welcome, here I am using props.fname, props.fname. I am using same thing. I am using props. Here I am not doing destructuring. Only for the string we can do destructuring. For the children, we can't do anything. So we can, here I am using props.fname and props.children I am written. So that's why this part and this part that will comes here. Look, this part and this part that will comes here. Okay, I know first time. Look, I told you that I told you now you will be familiar. Okay, function, function, function. Then props, 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 props. Every time we will. And what is the meaning of export, export? Every time we will use for the React. You will be familiar with it. You will be familiar with it step by step. Now, tell me anything here. Also, there is the class component, but I will recommend you may be confused, so you can skip. Already shared that thing regarding class component. Whatever things, only you concentrate on the function component. Now, please ask, please ask anyone, anyone what. And my recommendation is whatever things I'm sharing, if possible now, if not, please try to execute it, okay, in your system. If you are facing any issue, please ask me. Please ask me. And if you required, where did you import? Here I'm importing all those things at the top, line number 8. Import welcome, line number 11, import. Otherwise, it will not work. It will not work. This is the function. Inside the app.js, inside the app.js, all import I am doing inside the app.js. All import I am doing inside the app.js. You will feel that we are going inside the structure. That's why this is props. This is the very main in the React, two main things. One is props, another date means we learned. If you understood, I'm not writing that code. If you understood how props works, so you just assume that 40% React, you just get the concept for the props. So please, okay, right now I'm not asking you. You please go through it, and then if you are facing any issue, please update. Please tomorrow, please find some time to sit with it. It will be better for you. Here I'm doing step by step. I'm trying to do it. Okay. Just a minute. This is another SRC. I will copy. I know this is not this is here. I'm not deleting, so I will get the idea. Control C. I need to terminate it. I will paste it. Insert C and inside the public. What are the different things I'm putting? A, B. These two file, two images. I will put. Then you will get the idea. What things I want to share with you. You please try to understood one thing. I'm doing a very simple thing. Very simple thing. What is this is my product and this is my product description. Just I want to give you idea. This is my product and this is my just like Flipkart, they are doing lots of things. Just you think I want to display my product image and this is the product description, or it is my any person's image and the things about that person. Okay. Now please, here I need to close this. I need to close this. So here I'm creating the component. Look, what is that? Here I'm using the static. Here I'm using the static. But tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we will do all the things dynamic. Only to give you idea. Look, to display the product information, what I'm doing here, look, with the help of props, I am taking the image URL with height. Okay, IMG, you are familiar with it. Okay, your image, props.name, props.mobile, props.email. All the things I'm putting just to give you idea. Now from app.js, I am import that props.example. Now what I am doing, I am passing image, I am passing name, I am passing mobile, I am passing email. So what is happening here? What is happening? I am calling that props.example twice. So, so two times this will execute, and even image also I'm passing from here a.jpg, and I'm getting the output here, look, I'm getting the output here. So from here, what thing I want to mean, in with the help of props, okay, with the help of props, okay, we can pass any means required display information, and props will receive that, and with the help of this, it will generate the view, okay. So so this is the concept. I want to, how to display the image using the props. Simple thing, simple thing. You pass it, you pass it. So from here, one thing I want to give you idea. When we will call a component, at that time we can pass some information. We can pass some information. We can pass some information, and the second component will capture those information with the help of props, and it will generate the view. That is the thing. That is the thing. That is the thing. Okay. I will share this thing also with you. I will share this thing also with you. so I don't 6.2 delete. This is 6.2 also. Why this is not working? Uh, just I need to just give me 1 minute. I'm giving permission. You shared it. Otherwise, where is that D file? React props example. Okay, this is the another thing. Just give me 1 minute and I will recommend you. I'm exporting it, but right now I'll not explain that thing. But if possible, for 6.3, you will try to execute it in your system. Here, it will be easier. You will get the idea. But right now, okay, why this is not working? So, Pankaj, you need to share. Giving you, is it possible for you to share your screen? So, I'm giving permission so that you can share your screen. Then only I can, because looking here, okay, so I'm giving you permission. Pankaj, where is that email print? Pankaj. Okay, so I'm stop presenting. Pankaj, you can share your screen, so it will be easier. Now I think you will get the
Sir, it is visible.
it's coming. It's coming. Yes, now it's visible. Just open where you are stuck. Open the app.js. This is your component. Welcome. Just give me 1 minute. This is your import. Uh, you need to import that thing. Just a minute. This is your component. React. You don't need to write welcome here. Line number 3. You need to put it in the app.js. Line number 3. You cut it from here. Line number 3. You cut it from here. Control X. You cut. Okay. Go to app.js. Go to app.js. And in the line number 9, you need just a minute. You need to put it. Put it. It. Okay. Now you try to save it. Save it. This save and component.js you also save. Component.js you need to save. It is not saved. You saved it. Okay. Now you just if it is in the your browser, if it is opened, you open. You will welcome hobby. So value is not passing. Look, it is coming. Look, hello, welcome hobby. You are getting. There is no error. Just open the JavaScript. It is the welcome if name. This is menu.js. It is destructuring props.fname hobby props.hobby. So I think it will refresh. It will take it there. Here I can't found any error. Props. So open it. Open the browser. Let's check it is coming or not. No, it is. I think. Look, it is
It is
uh,
refreshing, sir.
refreshing. Hobby spelling. Okay, just open hobby spelling. You just check. Somnath says that hobby spelling, you just open the code here. I can HOBBY, and in the property H HOBBY, that okay, that is an if name here, that is hobby. You save the component also. You are not saved the component. I think it is refreshing. It is. There is triple B. So you check. I think there is issue with your
It
spelling.
is loading, sir. It is refreshing.
It will take long time to refresh. This is PROPS. Open the props. Props PROPS. Open the PR. I can't say it properly. Okay.
Sir,
PRO.
props.hobby. There is 3BB in the props.hobby. Make it one.
Props dot hobby. That is a 3B. It's save it PROPS. So it will. I think after refreshing, this will work. I think there is no other issue. Sometimes if it is takes long time, you just close it. And again npm try to run npm start. So it will be better.
Okay, sir, I'm trying.
Okay, so you can stop sharing. So okay, so I'm sharing now. Please ask. I know I'm not asking you to tell your doubt right now. Okay, but I will request you, please go through it. This is the very, very important thing. Props, props. Okay, how we are passing, because all the things we will do, that will be in the variable form. Here we are taking all the static things, manually hard coded things, but all the things we will change it like variable. So same syntax will be there, only in place of value we will put variable there. So I feel that if you are comfortable with this syntax, then if I go, it will be better for you. So if you want to ask anything, you can ask. You can ask. That is the okay. Thank you, Ridvik. Okay. So again telling you, okay, please execute it. If you are facing any issue at the time of execution or things, code I am sharing,
Sir, it is
please.
coming, sir. Execute it.
Okay, okay, thank you. Execute it. It is. So please go through it. Okay. And if possible, the third I'm giving, it is a little bit difficult thing. That's why I already shared the code. Tomorrow I will explain those things. This is nothing but array of object. You just open the code and try to go through it. Then I will explain, so it will be easier for you. What it is, in that format data will come from the database. I'm doing that is in the hard coded, in the third it is that I will explain. So from the other participant, please, anything what you want to do. This is the okay, please go through it and tomorrow tell me it is understandable or not, or you are facing any issue or not. Right now, today, I'm not asking anything, but tomorrow you should say you are comfortable with props or not. Okay. So, okay. So, okay, Sabni, thank you. So all the things today you don't need to do anything. So I'm ending this session here. Also, okay. I'm ending this session here. Thanks for your active participation, and good night to all of you. Okay.